Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing the new LA Girl matte foundation. So I have their full coverage illuminating one and it is my favourite foundation if you didn't already know. So I know I don't usually like matte foundations, but I did want to try this and give it a review. So if you'd like to know my first impressions and review on this, then be sure to give the video a thumbs up and just keep watching. So I've already obviously done my eye makeup because it's irrelevant for today's video, and I've also moisturised my skincare. And I've also primed my skin because I always use a face primer no matter what foundation I'm using. So I just used a primer that I know works and is fine with my skin. That isn't illuminating, it's not mattifying, it's just a normal primer. And so I used the Armani Perfect 10 primer. I really like the packaging. It is in like this nice kind of frosted glass bottle, which I like, and thank God it's got a pump, which I did kind of expect because the other foundation does have a pump as well. I'm going to read off, like I always do, off a website, just a description of it, just for informative reasons. So I'm going to read it off the Beauty Bay website because that's where I buy LA Girl from. It's a medium to full coverage foundation. It's lightweight and long lasting. The Pro Matte HD Longwear Matte Foundation features a creamy formula that glides onto the skin for a smooth, suede-like finish. Effortlessly blends. This mattifying foundation minimises the appearance of pores, okay, fine lines as well, to deliver a flawless, soft focus effect. It's paraben free, and then as a lot of foundations do usually do now, which I think is really helpful, they've got a kind of description of the undertones for each shade of the foundation. So the shade that I got was Soft Honey. I will say the shade range isn't the best. There isn't enough dark to deep shades in my opinion. They need to add some more. Even I think Ivory, I think that is still too dark for super fair skin. Don't think that would work for people who are very fair. Soft Honey, and I'm hoping it's the only shade I got. I'll read the description for Soft Honey. It says it's for medium to tanned skin with warm undertones, which is what I need. There isn't anything really for olive undertones, but I'm more warm than kind of neutral or pink undertones, so that's that. It retails for £10 off the Beauty Bay website, which is mine from. So, oh, I did also get their LA Girl sponges, which are so soft. You get a pack of 2 for like £10, which is really good. I'm not going to use them today though because I have only used them once. I'm just going to use my normal sponge I always use. And also you get 30ml, which is 1 fluid ounce in this, which is kind of your average for a foundation, so that's completely normal. I think I'm going to do what I did in my last testing foundation video. I think it's quite helpful. I'm going to blend out one side of my face using my sponge and then the other with my foundation brush that I like to use, which is the e.l.f. Flawless Foundation Brush. So you can see, I'm going to blend this out first and see how that goes. The colour looks okay. It does look very warm, but we'll make it work, we'll make it work. So it did say it's medium to full coverage. So that was 1 pump and it's done pretty well. Okay, so right off the bat, I think, yeah, I agree in the fact that it's definitely a medium coverage because you can still see my skin underneath, which I don't actually mind. I do like having a natural foundation sometimes, so I really don't mind that. And I'd say it definitely, you know what, I wouldn't say it's completely matte. I'd say it's like a demi matte finish because like you can still see like a glow like on my skin. My skin isn't glowing at all because I've just used that Armani primer and it's not like an illuminating primer at all, but I've still got like a glow. I don't know if that's just my skin because of my skincare at the moment. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll give you a close-up of this side. So this is obviously the sponge side. I can still see a glow. It's really weird, but close-up, like it looks matte, but it looks, yeah, I'm definitely going to say it's a demi matte finish because it looks a tiny bit dewy, but it doesn't look like it's going to make any oils come through or anything. Well, we'll find out anyway, but I'm then just going to go in with this side. So now we're done blending. It's actually gone onto the skin really nicely. So this is the brush side. So it doesn't feel sticky at all. It feels like you don't even need to powder that, which I think is a common thing with most matte foundations anyway. It's like the Maybelline Fit Me, the Matte and Poreless one that I have, and I love that foundation, and is a foundation that I feel like I don't have to set because of the consistency of it, and it claims to be a matte foundation. So yeah, I don't think you need to set it at all. I don't think there's a side of my face I particularly prefer. I think they both blended out really nicely. So I think either a brush or a sponge will do the trick. I really like it. I was going to do like a full wear test and like do check-ins, but I am going out for the day. So the only thing is, it might be dark by the time I come back, so I might have to do the kind of last check-in to see what it looks like right at the end of the day. I'll have to do that probably in my bathroom, but if I remember I will definitely do it. I'll definitely try and do that check-in later on so you can see what it looks like at the end of the day, because I find that helpful. Obviously sometimes I can't do that, that's why I just write it in the description box, but I will try and do that for today's video. I'm gonna go ahead and just apply the rest of my makeup, just do the rest of my face, and then I'll be back to show you what the foundation looks like with the rest of my face on. So I'm back and I just finished all the rest of my makeup, and you know what? I like the foundation. Obviously I still need to wear it throughout the full day. I'll update you guys like I said. But I really like how it's applied. Like I said, it didn't feel sticky. I didn't set the whole of my face. I obviously just set where I applied concealer, a bit in my T-zone area, purely because I am going out today. But I didn't set like the perimeters where I don't usually set my face, and it doesn't feel like it needs to be. It's not sticky, it's not tacky, and all the rest of my makeup is applied on just as it normally does. Everything looks great, nothing looks cakey, nothing looks dry either, which is something I did think, because even with like illuminating foundations, I do get a tiny bit dry between my eyebrows, just right here, sometimes like around my nose, which I know is quite a common thing, but I haven't had that at all. Whether it will happen throughout the day later on, I don't know, but for now I do really like it. As a first impression, I do really like it. I am going to continue to try it, and my worry from before, whether if it was going to get darker or not, it didn't do that. It matches pretty well. I think it was quite a very warm undertone, I do feel, but if I went a shade down it would have been too pinky. So the only other thing is that I wish that they did a wider shade range. I think that would be really good for even from light to really deep skin. I think they could definitely add more shades, but apart from that. Hey guys, okay, so I'm back now. So I think I left, or when I put my makeup on, I think it was around 11, I want to say around 11 o'clock. It's now 20 past 4. In the afternoon. I don't know why, I thought I was going to be back really late today, but I'm not. So I will show you how the foundation has worn. This is not a really good angle. Anyway, so this is natural daylight that I am showing you this in, and we went go-karting, so we had to wear helmets, and obviously they pressed against the skin, and when I pushed them off it did take off a tiny bit of foundation, but only took off a tiny bit there, but the rest of it stayed on really well. So I feel like that was a really good wear test, because I went go-karting and it was really tight on the face and it's worn really well. Haven't got oily. I did use a powder today. I tried a new powder today, which is the Vichy Derma Blend powder, and I actually really like this. It's really nice. And yeah, so I'll show you a close-up of the skin now. Obviously that's where it did come off, because we had like the pads from the helmet were like there, but literally it's all stayed on everywhere else. Chin, nose area, it's great. I did think it was going to cake up or something around there, and even in between my brows it's fine. So yeah, I guess the foundation was a success. I do really like it. I'm definitely going to continue to use it, but like I said when I filmed earlier today, I just feel like they could have done a bit better with the shade ranges. I still do feel like this, because it's for warm undertones, I feel like mine's more olive than warm because it's more yellowy. So I feel like it is a tiny bit too dark, but I can make it work. Just use a brightening concealer, it's fine. Which, like I said, that's where I purchased. I am gonna go now because my arm's hurting by just holding this up, which shows how weak I am. But anyway, bye!